What's going on, everybody? This is a segment from the Nerdgasm Talk podcast. If you like podcasts, well, why don't you come join us as the crew gets silly and Philly while we sit to talk about the latest in comics, games, movies, and all things pop culture. You guys can listen to our whole show on all the podcasts apps. We're on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, wherever you guys get your podcasts from. And make sure you guys also support the channel by subscribing to the Nerd Coalition Studios. And for the gaming needs, make sure you subscribe to Nerd Coalition Level Up. This is the Nerd Coalition. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. And now, feel the Nerdgasm. Y'all don't understand. Me and my son had to go see this movie. Another Ryan Coogler, Michael B. Jordan project. A horror movie about vampires. And I said, well, since the summer movie season is about to start, you know, Thunderbolts is about to come out, everybody go into Fantastic Four and Superman mode and all that stuff like that. Well, you know, stuff like this is going to get lost and everything. And right now, it ain't really been a good year for me, for movies. Movies I actually want to get up out my seat to go see. I'm like, when they come out on streaming, I'll catch it like that. But things I want to get up and go out and see, it ain't been like that. But I'm going to tell y'all this. Y'all not hearing me. No, I'm serious. Y'all not hearing me when I say that this may be Ryan Coogler's best work. And the movie that I'm talking about is Ryan Coogler's latest project, Sinners. So, Sinners, real quick. I'm just going to give you a brief synopsis. We are following the story of these two twins, the Smokestack twins, Smoke and Stack, both played by Michael B. Jordan. Bruh, I will get to that in a minute. They come back home to Mississippi in 1932. Mississippi in 1932? That's a horror movie in itself.
Everybody knows about Mississippi gone down.
They come back home to open up a juke joint, and they want their cousin Sammy to play, who's a great blues musician. But something about Sammy's music has a spiritual impact that can, bleed the line of the other side, which brings in dark forces. That's just the immediate premise of what happens in the movie here. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a spoiler review on the podcast, which is, if you guys listen to the audio version of this, which will be later in the podcast. If I watch the video version of it, it won't be here. I won't do any spoilers here for you guys, but I want to let you know how I feel about this movie. And already, I got to tell you about Michael B. Jordan. Michael B. Jordan in this movie plays twins. And I mean, yes, we're doing Lindsay Lohan, Parent Trap type things. We've been doing Robert De Niro. I remember him playing the dual role also. But it was something about this role. And I'm not trying to have any recency bias here or anything like that. But it was something about this role that he gave us just enough to believe that he was actually a twin. I was sitting there thinking to myself like, yo, does Michael B. Jordan really have a twin? Michael B. Jordan played these twins so well when they was doing the press tour like they do for all his movies to help promote the movie, stuff like that. I'm like, hey, yo, is anybody going to talk to Smoke? Why everybody keep talking to Stack? Oh, shit. It's the same guy. That's how well he portrayed that film. I was like, yo, Michael B. Jordan does not get enough credit sometimes. Sometimes he has those moments.
All right.
This movie right here, it really showed his acting range, in my personal opinion. And I think playing dual roles is hard to do because you got to, and like Ryan Coogler had he said he had twin viruses on set to let them know the little nuances that they do. And there was a scene when they're in the beginning when they're sitting there just rolling up a cigarette, passing around a cigarette and things like that. You would really think there's two people on that screen. Dead serious. We got Haley Steinfeld in here, and I've enjoyed the work I've seen in Haley Steinfeld. I haven't seen all of Haley Steinfeld stuff, but of course, when it comes to the Marvel stuff, when she's in Into the Spider-Verse and when she's in the Hawkeye stuff, I've seen the Haley Steinfeld stuff and a couple. And I mean, she is a Academy Award nominee actress, I do believe, right? She does well in the movie, and the situation that she's in, I was just like, you know what, you really carried yourself in this movie. And also, Wumi Masaka, I've loved her ever since Lovecraft Country. I fell in love with her in Lovecraft Country. And everything she's been, I know people see her in Logan, stuff like that. I mean, I was back there with Lovecraft Country. And she's amazing. I'm going to tell you right now. I'm talking to you, Haley and Wumi. They have Michael B. Jordan the way they want to in this movie. You feel me?
It should have been me!
Michael B. Jordan, you a lucky son of a bitch. But not only were all the characters good, because also when it comes to the main antagonist, if you even want to call him an antagonist in this movie, definitely goes to Jack O'Connell, who plays the character of Remy. He is I want to say, because if you've seen the trailer, it's like he's the lead vampire in this thing. But the way that he is going about, it ain't just doing regular vampire stuff. This is one of the things that I think that Ryan Coogler has masterfully done in this movie. It's not just the way that vampires usually go about things. You just maybe see vampires like you see in Blade or in other horror movies, and they're sitting there coming in there and they just sit and suck the blood and do all stuff like that. No, it's almost like what he's doing in the movie is trying to give you a better life. And it's like he has this charm about him to the point where I'm just like, man, you a vampire, but all right, but I'm listening though. He has this charm about him that is just like amazing to the point where he brings you in to the shit he's talking about. And on the other hand, it's just like, all right, but you know, I'm gonna mutilate you kind of. That stuff is amazing. I'm just like, I found myself when I was watching it falling in love with his kind of character. Then we have all the side characters also. Like, first of all, a standout in this also is Delroy Lindo. What movie is Delroy Lindo in that is just not great, that he's not gonna give it to his all? I'll wait. Delroy Lindo don't phone nothing in. Every time Delroy Lindo phone ring, he just be like, hey yo man, look, I'm ready to act, man. Ain't got no problem with it. What you got going on for me, man? I'll make sure I'll do it for you. Every time Delroy Lindo was on screen, he steals the scene. That's one of the great things about him. Every time he's in there, he steals the screen. Then we also have Jamie Lawson. If y'all remember her, she was the mayor in The Batman. So I remember seeing her face also. And also, I've just seen MK, what was it, Genius, MLK/X. She was Bae Shabazz now. So she always plays a good role. And she was in here, and she was giving it her all too. She was a great sport character and also. And I mean, and then we also have the up-and-comer. This first movie, his first movie, Miles Clayton. This young guy, he got talent, and it always nerves me when you have somebody that comes into the movie for the first time and has never been in a movie before, and they come out there and they knock it the fuck out the park. And first of all, he sing the voice that come out this brother. I'm like, bruh, that don't belong to you. Give it back. It belonged to him. And it's such deep enriched in the blues and stuff like that. And I'm just like, man, bruh, you can sing all damn day. I'm saying, I'll pay for a ticket to concert. I'll pay it full price.
That boy is good.
He was electric in this movie. And the one other thing about the cast I want to give props to real quick is Omar Benson Miller. Let me tell you something. I've been a fan of him for a long time. And he gets periodic roles. Like, you may see him every 3 to 4 years. In a movie, on a TV show, you'd be like, hey man, the last thing I saw him in was Ballers, okay? But even then, before Ballers, the last thing I saw him in was Miracle at St. Anna. And before, so it's like everything, he's around, but the thing is, I be seeing him like every 3 to 4 years. And when he popped back up, I was excited, okay? And I was like, oh, that's right, he did play Raphael also. But I'm like, but every time he comes up, I'm just like, man, I get excited. I'm like, what is he gonna do? And he does, and he is charming and also yet intimidating in his own self. The cast was phenomenal. Okay, now I didn't even get into what the cinematography looks like in this movie. This movie is visually beautiful. Okay, and Ryan Coogler recorded this on IMAX cameras, 70mm cameras also. So I plan to go back and see this in IMAX. But I seen it in the standard theater, and it was pretty good from what I seen it and everything. Like I said, the beauty of it, and also the way they got the vampires look genuinely creepy. And it's a subtle creepiness, like when it comes to the eyes, the red eyes, or the little the glowing yellow eyes that they got. Those things are visually haunting, and it's simplistic. And that, I was like, it wasn't over the top. It wasn't, I mean, when you would say, like, when they get like the final form, it's kind of creepy out. But even with just its simplistic nature, I was just like, man, y'all got some good things going on here. How can we go about it and not talk about the music? Like, how can we not talk about the music? Listen, y'all know. There's this scene in this movie. Y'all will know it when you see it. There's a scene in this movie where Sammy is playing the blues in a juke joint, and I'm telling you, it will transport you. It is like a talking of the souls here. And it is something that is so damn, I took a swing at this sumbitch, and Ryan Coogler nailed it. I was sitting thinking in my head, like, there are a lot of directors I can think of right now that would fumble this scene. That would make absolutely no sense. But somehow, Ryan Coogler nailed that shot at the park. He hit that joint. Yeah, that's good. That's good right there. You know how Steph be making the 3 points, he just be turning around and be like, I know a lot of directors, who will make it look like this. When you see that scene, you will automatically know what the hell I'm talking about. Overall, I'm telling y'all this right now. Sinners is a must-see. Right now, it is my movie of 2025. Now, we ain't even halfway through 2025 just yet. I'm looking forward to the Thunderbolts. I'm looking forward to Superman. I'm looking forward to Fantastic Four. Obviously, it's my favorite, one of my favorite Marvel heroes. And I'm also looking for other movies. Now, of course, we ain't getting no fucking Michael yet, so we gotta wait till probably next year for that. But I'm looking forward to for a lot of things that's coming out, especially some trailers that I reacted to. So there's gonna be a lot of things that's gonna be coming out. But for right now, 2025 this is my movie of the year so far, and it ain't even close. You're gonna sit there and enjoy yourself in the theater. There's gonna be a lot of moments where you're gonna be like, oh, so that's the sin you was talking about. It isn't, but it's in there, man. And it's just so beautiful to see a director doing his original work. And guess what? Seeing black people on the screen, beautiful black people on the screen doing our thing that ain't trauma porn. I love that shit, man. I love it. Do yourself a favor. Because you're doing yourself a not favor if you're waiting for this thing to go on stream. Support Ryan Coogler out there. Make sure you get your ass up to go see this movie. I'm going back to see it. My son's seen it twice. Okay, once with me, one with his friends, and then we're going back. He gonna be for his third time, my second time when we go to IMAX. I gotta see this movie on how it was meant to be seen. Shit, I'm sitting thinking the last IMAX movie I seen was what? The Dark Knight Rises? Yeah, no, I gotta see this in I gotta see this in IMAX, man. I really gotta see this in IMAX. It gives me feels of, and then once again, also real quick, this movie can compare a lot. You're gonna hear a lot of comparisons to Dusk Till Dawn, which I can definitely see the similarities in that. And for those who, for a little less know, it reminded me a lot of Lovecraft Country. It's like the movie version, but better. I don't know. That could be a little debatable, but I got the Lovecraft Country vibes in there. You're going to get more from Dusk Till Dawn vibes in there also. But yeah, it's a great time. You're really going to enjoy yourself. It blew me out the way. When it comes to rating of this movie, I'm telling you right now, it's a complete nerdgasm! Ooh, ain't done that in a while. So if you're watching the video version, make sure you guys post in the comments down below. Use spoiler tags if you're going to talk about some spoilers. But we're going to get into that on the Nerdgasm Talk podcast, because I remember Q-Flow saw the movie also. I want to talk to him about it. He probably going to join me on there as well. Make sure you guys subscribe, and it's going to be a good time. Go out there and see this movie.